don't want my audio on my AirPods. I want my audio on my lovely mic.
Oh, it's not coming through the mic.
Mm-mm.
I sound like a gremlin.
You sound like you're going in and out.
A lovely gremlin.
There goes.
Sounds better.
A fabulous, delightful noise. All
Can you please tell us your books in the back? Bookshelf, new? That? Yes. Left.
Oh, that big stack of books?
this side?
Yeah, that's it.
Hold on.
Did you get a new bookshelf? It looks different.
The cubes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's no longer the little squatty square thing that had like just junk on it. Yeah, Mom gave me the cubes, so I have organization over there now, which is nice.
I love the
Did she buy you cubes or give you the cubes that were in her room?
She gave me the cubes that were in her room because she wanted to transition all the furniture in there over to white.
Ew.
Well, no. The original cube, no, because it was hold on. It makes sense. Hold on. These were the cubes that were originally in the formal living room.
Uh-huh.
In the front, like, foyer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But she moved them into my old bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
In like her craft room situation area.
Yeah.
Which the rest of the furniture is white because it's my old bedroom.
Yeah.
Where the furniture was white. And she wanted it all to match. So she was like, should I do white or should I leave these? And I was like, you need to do what makes you happy. If you get rid of those, though, I want them.
Okay.
Like, it makes sense. She's not changing the furniture in the formal living room to white. I see where you were, like, going in the thought process.
No, because I know she has a cube like that in her bedroom, and that's what I thought you were talking about. And I was
no, not
a horrible decision. Why?
No.
I am a white furniture hater through and through. I had white furniture in my room, and you can attest it's now yellow.
I'm a white furniture. No, it's not.
I love white.
You also had a yellow bedroom, you dummy. It's gonna look yellow.
Like, literally, when you look at my desk that's still in my old bedroom, it has yellowed.
It's in a yellow bedroom.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to tell you, I have had yellow furniture. I mean, yellow. I have had white furniture for years, and it did not yellow. So.
It was literally made out of a different medium, though, so.
So it sounds like the problem
and
is a you problem.
My white furniture is older than yours. So, there's that.
I'm not having this fight with you on our public YouTube.
It's fine because you're wrong. It's okay. Anyway, welcome everyone. 4 minutes in, miscellaneous stuff. We have a couple of announcements to discuss with you all today. Kaylee, do you want to give them the info about some spoiler soup?
Yeah, I will in just a second. Give me just one moment.
You're good. I just feel like that's a very you thing. And I don't want to explain it.
Is that going on this YouTube channel or somewhere else?
Yes.
It's going on here.
Okay.
So if they're already subscribed, they'll be able to see it.
Yep, and the graphic is going to get posted today. Not right now, not right this second, but probably after the sprint. That way people can have information about it. I meant to post it way earlier, but I've had literally no energy since the beginning of April. for anything.
April Fools. Yeah.
For a lot of reasons.
Yeah, I'm going to be reading The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson, a retelling of Carrie, which I had
Nice.
started this book last year and I set it down because it was just a lot of emotions. And so I restarted it. And it's actually kind of good because Carrie just had an anniversary.
Yeah,
Like
the
book-
50th. I believe.
50th? Dang.
For
Yes.
real. Which
Carrie
is also
can
my
vote.
plug to be like, you know
Drive
what else
car,
is a middle-aged Carrie retelling?
have a midlife crisis.
Mary
Oh,
by
yeah,
Nat
yeah, yeah.
Cassidy.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Yep.
was actually just talking to my friend Kels about Mary because when I read it, I had no idea that Nat Cassidy was a man because it was written so well that it literally shook me that when you get to the acknowledgments, it's like, who am I to tell this story? Have you read it yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Mostly because I prioritize the book club pick,
Yeah.
and then I read what else I want to read. And I'm not kidding. I haven't had any energy. So like if it's not in an audiobook at the moment, I just kind of haven't wanted to read. So I have been
I'm like,
listening to Circe. I finished Circe. And now I'm on Song of Achilles, which I am actually 50% of the way through. I will be done with it hopefully today or tomorrow morning. And luckily, my library that you guys don't have access to had a copy of the audiobook for Dead Silence. I haven't listened to any of it yet, so I'm hoping it is decent and it won't
The
get
Dead
on.
Silence audiobook slaps.
Okay.
I'm currently listening to it. I like the
Okay,
audiobook.
cool. How
I'm
far
listening
are
to
you?
it. I'm full immersioning it. I just I'm on chapter 12.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I am also reading Bury Your Gaze. But
and
I
the
like I haven't had
audiobook
any
for
energy.
or the ebook for Dead Silence is also
Mhm.
available on Everand. The audiobook isn't, but the
Mm.
ebook. So if you have an e-reader or if you have Scribd/Everand, check that out.
Always check Tor Nightfire's pages on the social media because they do have sales very
Yeah,
frequently.
they'll have flash deals and they'll also have month-long deals,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome. Awesome.
Because I believe I purchased the ebook copy of Dead Silence because I wasn't sure if I would be able to get a hold of the audio copy, and lo and behold, it was available. So, and I still like to support people as much as possible. I'm just really, really tired.
There is another account that I highly recommend to follow. She, of course, I'm gonna forget who her account is right now because I'm thinking of her. There's a lovely account that I follow, and she'll post like ebook deals.
Yeah.
And it's the floral background, and I'm trying to think of what her account is. And she usually posts 3, and they're usually like spooky-esque.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually like a thrill. She usually does like a horror, a thriller, and like a mystery-esque, but they always have like this. They usually fit like what we read in here.
Yeah.
Kind of vibes. And of course, I'm mad because I don't remember what her handle is.
Yeah.
You can never find what you're looking for, and whenever you're like trying to look for it, it'll show up like a week later and you'll be like, that's what I was looking for.
I know. I'm like, if I see it while we're on here, I'll mention it, but I'll make sure if I do find it. I know I'm like scrolling through my things being like right now. But if I see it, we'll post it in the show. We'll put it in the stream notes.
Yes.
for today.
A description.
Also, another book that I just finished, Chlorine by Jade Song.
How was it?
Big.
Because I know you and I were talking about it, and you and I were like, sports? I don't know.
Exactly. But bitch, I think Mother Horror liked this.
Mhm.
I think she gave it a 5.
Is it a mermaid?
So honestly, go read her review, because I'm sure it's a lot better than anything I can say for it. But holy shit, I just finished this today, and the way that it captures adolescent girlhood, like 16, 17, 18, obsessiveness with
Can you hold the cover straight so I can look at the cover? I just haven't ever seen this book before. Oh, cool.
There's
So it's like
also
a
blue
girls' swim
version.
team, right? It's like a girls' swim team.
Yes. But swimming is
The background. It's not the forefront.
yeah.
Is it a metaphor? Everything's a metaphor. Everything's a metaphor.
No, literally, that's why I brought it up to you because it is crazy. There's a scene with some body horror, some trigger warnings. This book does have trigger warnings in the beginning.
Oh, it's like that right off the bat. Oh,
yes.
okay.
I believe so. I feel like they had it.
I love it when books do that because I think the last book that I read in this genre was who did that was
What did we read? We
This
read
Delicious
a
Death.
book.
Oh yes, that book did have them. I actually DNF'd that.
I listened to the audiobook version, and I feel like if I was actually reading it physically, I would have DNF'd it, but the audiobook was fine. I really enjoyed the audiobook version of it because I did try to read it physically first, and it just wasn't hitting.
Right.
And sometimes that's just the way it goes. Like Madeline Miller, I don't think I would have been able to get as far or finish Cersei as I did if I was not listening to it.
Kaylee, have you read Cersei?
I have read Cersei. It's actually right there on my shelf. Oh wait,
it's a good one.
Oh wait, I moved things.
She's up there.
It's a good.
Y'all can't see her, but
you're
she's on the shelf. She's actually right next to Sundial.
I wish StreamYard had like a really funny giant magnifying glass to where I could just be like, here, let's look at Kaylee's bookshelf in the background. That would be so fun.
Grabs camera
that's called the bookshelf tour reel that you got to make.
Yes,
that's true.
Make a TikTok.
We all should do that. We all should.
Or
yeah,
or we can just go onto the Instagram and do stories of like each crypt keeper's.
We should do shelf tour Sundays.
Guess the bookshelf. Guess the Modman's bookshelf.
I feel like I need to go cover my shelves right now. I'm like,
I feel like
I know my TV is in front of my bookshelf. So a lot of people have seen it if I post TV stuff on my story.
Bookshelves. You guys know the transparent vase that looks like a book that people put flowers
Target
in?
Or
like Target, yes, but like
in general.
Yeah. People had to literally yell at other people, go, do not put water in this if you're going to put it on your bookshelf near your books. Your book will mold. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, because you
can get a dehumidifier.
Yes, but like the fact that it needed to be said in the first place, I'm like, why are people doing this to their poor books?
Well, people don't think about it. I mean, it's one of those things that you just don't think about, right? You're like, oh, pretty, but you don't think about like, and that's a legitimate thing. Like, I wouldn't think about it. I wouldn't go.
I would.
Oh,
we live in a very dry area. Not as humid as like Houston or anything. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I have plants next to my books.
Well, also
like here, the humidity would just sit and sit and sit. Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like, as someone who had their entire manga collection as a kid basically get ruined because of that, I'm just sitting here, I'm like, why? why are people doing this? And I love the people that are actually using them for their like odds and ends book stuff, like their
Your bookmarks
bookmarks,
and yep.
their tabs, their annotation stuff. The only thing that I use for my annotation stuff, which I really just use my annotation stuff for video game walkthroughs, let's be honest here. I put them in the boo buckets.
Mm. I want to turn my boo buckets into planters. I want to turn them into cascading planters. Like I want to turn them into either cascading planters or I want to turn them into wall sconces. Like I want to be very unhinged about it. I know. I want to do them as wall sconces.
Wall sconce. You can get pretty cheap wall sconce from Amazon. Just DIY it. Curl. I love lighting. I love lamps. I love lamp.
I love lamp.
I really do. I'm
see that terrifies me, like that thought, because I'm just like, I actually use them as like yarn bowls and stuff for my bookmarks and stuff like that. And I'm like, I actually use them to hold stuff. So I'm just like, why would you ever?
Because I have ADHD and an empty receptacle becomes a doom box.
Yes.
If it is empty for too long.
Yes.
It has to be a
designated
receptacle. So it has to be, if I want it, it's got to be an aesthetic device, because then like this is a cup that I had that was doing nothing. It was a damaged product that I was trying to figure something out with. Now
it holds pens.
It holds pens on my desk in my little other doom box, but the doom box is now functional because I made it. Doom boxes, man. Doom boxes.
See, I would go to like Michael's or Joann's or whatever and get foam and put fake plants in them. Like, because your Target's the only Target that I know that has the creepy, spooky plants for Halloween. I would just stuff them in that.
My Target?
Yeah.
Or my Michael's?
Your Target.
Oh, well.
Like your creepy plants behind
did it for a couple years, and so my Target doesn't really have them anymore. It's like leftovers that they get from the DC, if they get them. But I don't think they do them anymore. There was like one or two I'm missing, so I have to find the one or two that I'm missing now. But yeah, they're my like little babies. They're my little.
People were complaining about them, like they didn't like them. And I'm like, why? Those are so cool.
They're stupid and lack taste. I love them. I love them so much. I had to figure out how to keep them out all year. I love them.
They're stupid and lack taste. I don't understand. Do you mean that genuinely, or I'm confused?
Be confused. It's fine. It's everybody has personal taste. That's mine. I was being me.
Okay.
Facetious. I was being facetious.
People genuinely didn't like them, and I was like, why?
It's not for you.
Cool.
It's not for you. It's not for you. I don't like looking like Ma from Little House on the Prairie. I don't like Knox, whatever. Knox Rose. I don't like Knox Rose all the time.
Who?
It's one of their clothing brands.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't need it. I don't want it. But you know what? I ain't yucking other people's yum. Okay? I ain't yucking other people's yum.
I'm a hater through and through, and I double down. I'm sorry. I will make other people feel bad for their choices.
I won't. I ain't gonna yuck other people's yum.
For anyone who is wondering, I already have a disclaimer that says I'm not nice. Go look at our post for Meet the Monmans on Instagram.
This is very true. She is Skeletor. She is very much Skeletor. She's not nice. She's evil.
And I double down. I wouldn't say anything to you that I wouldn't say to your face.
I'm just so caught off guard by this.
Are you okay?
To be fair, I feel like I'm.
I hate y'all.
Why?
I mean, like, here's the deal.
I mean, no, I get
Skeletor
it.
has his moments. Like, Skeletor has friends.
upset me.
Why did
Oh.
Daddy upset you? Hold on.
Hey, small child.
Upset me.
Why did Daddy upset you?
Because he's mad.
Why is Daddy mad?
So you work. Because I guess
Because Daddy's mad because he's working and you interrupted his work. Well, I'm working and you're interrupting my work?
No, because Dad is not listening. Because he's not listening.
Hey, Fizz, why don't you get a book and we can all
Not
read
listening.
together?
He's
Oh,
not
yeah.
listening. I don't know why he's playing something.
Red.
Well, we're getting ready to do a reading sprint, so you can either join us in the reading sprint, and that means you're reading,
Why is this so
or
big?
you're with Daddy.
Hey, Jess, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Or I'm going to play games. Or I'm going to play Gabby's Door.
But if nope, it is not Gabby's dollhouse time.
No, this one.
If the door is closed, the door is closed. You're making a choice.
Oh,
Okay, go play games.
no, I can't. It's too hard. I want this. Sorry, broken.
Also, she won brownie points with her Uncle Alan when we saw your story and the fact that she was playing The Witcher. I was like, she's
Yes.
our niece. She may be related to me, but she has your taste in games. Where did you go? There you are.
She just picked up the cool bean and walked out. She's like, I want to read, but this is coming with me. I don't want to read in here. It's like, okay.
Okay.
It's like, no,
Well,
stay up. I love you.
I love her. You okay?
She's a tad bit frustrated that both of her parents have work
busy.
to do at the moment.
Mhm.
And she has to make a choice of who she wants to hang out with.
Oh. What
Well,
does that sound? It was like a ringing.
it wasn't me.
Okay, that was weird. That was really weird. I have allergies. How much have you tabbed? Not at all.
0.0 tabs on physical because I've been traveling, so I've been digitally tabbing.
Hey, that's gonna be me on Saturday. Man, it's gonna be weird. I will see you Saturday night. If you want to see my face Saturday night, not Sunday.
I'm picking you up.
Oh, you're picking me up? Cool. I like that because I'll just have to look for your head. I don't think you understand. When I'm anxious, I'm like any identifiable characteristic. And when Dad picked me up from the airport the last time, I couldn't find him for like 2 minutes. So I'm very thankful you're picking me up. Let's sneeze. Pardon me. Am I good to put on Flocus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Present. Share screen. Share screen.
Where is...
Flocus.
okay. What chapter did I? I'm like transitioning everything over from like I'm finding my place in the physical copy because I'm like I had everything in the Kindle and I'm like, where was I when I finished the chapter last night?
So I have to ask before I start the timer, because you're listening to it, you have a digital copy and you have a physical copy. How is your notes working out?
What?
Like, because you annotate your books and stuff like that. Do you just like listen to it, and when you hear something, you find where that is in the digital copy and like mark it there and then put it in your physical?
So there's a couple different ways.
Mhm.
And it depends on what/how I'm listening to it.
Mhm.
Um, it is a very convenient task when I am listening to things. And I feel like this is a very good question. Because I know Laura does it different. I'm sure
Mhm.
Jess does it differently. Um, I'm sure each of us has our own different like notes
I just
situation.
highlight when I'm reading digitally. That's me.
I know, and like for Jess and I think this is a really good question.
Mhm.
Because like we do full immersion a lot,
Mhm.
I believe.
Yeah.
And so what I'll do is because I'll ping pong around, especially because I've been so like we've been dealing with a lot in the home front lately,
Yeah.
and
I think all of us have been.
it's been very difficult to stick with just like one physical medium. So I'm like I'm just like ping ponging because we've been
Mhm.
traveling and getting it in wherever. And I'll have the Kindle version, which the Kindle version, if I'm reading it in bed at night, I'll highlight, in bed, which is nice if I'm doing everything on the Amazon based apps, right? Because if I'm using all of like Audible, if I'm using Kindle, or if I'm like using Libby, which goes to my Kindle, right? All
Mhm.
of it uses Whisper Sync. And so it'll all match up. So if I'm listening to the Audible audiobook, it'll match whatever I flag in the audio, it'll match whatever I highlight, it'll jump me to the right pages,
Mhm.
all of my page marks.
Mhm.
If I go to export highlights, they'll all be there. So when I go to my physical copy to transfer things over,
Mhm.
they'll all
It's an
sync up.
expedited process.
Right. So that way, like when I go back for the DFCC, I
Mhm.
can transport my notes over. Or when I'm going and I'm like, oh, I want to make art like this was something that like
Mhm.
is leaving thoughts in my head. I want to recreate that.
Mhm.
It's an easier process for me to pick down things from the book that were significant
Mhm.
image wise, right? Um, ooh, speaking of which, I have to go grab something that's not over here. Wait, I think they're over here. No, I gotta go grab them. But if say I'm doing something that's not convenient, like Whisper Sync,
Mhm.
say I'm using like Everand or say I'm using Libby and it doesn't translate very well, I have to I'll flag the audiobook and then
Mhm.
I have to go back and I have to like timestamp and then find the pages in the timestamping. Or I've seen Laura because Laura has sent me screenshots of her notes. Um, Laura will Laura makes like she has a notes app and she'll
Mhm.
just do thoughts. Which I think is hysterical and funny and I love it. My thoughts aren't like that because I'll make a thought and I'll be like, I
Mhm.
have no idea what that was in reference to. So thought, right? Like I would have to that's why I like having the
Mhm.
translucent tabs and stuff because my thought will have like I will have to see what that thought was attached to
Mhm.
for me to know. But yeah, no, I'm
So
curious what Jess has to say about like her note-taking process.
I either open up Canva personally and write the questions for discussion because I don't annotate and I don't really care, or I'll do it in the notes app and I'll be like, this chapter, and let you guys fight. Unless I'm reading physically.
I actually don't match up my audio and physical like notes unless I am reading them at the same time. But reading full immersion, like audiobook while I have it physically open, it does help with the speed that I read at, because I can hear something, see something, tab it, and the book is still going, and I can just visually catch back up to that part. Because that's why I struggle with reading physically, is because I'm such a tab whore. I'll tab every little there's no rhyme or reason. Like, some people have the beautiful, like, they'll put the tabs in the front and write like funny quotes and like characterization and stuff. It just, I like that tab. I like that too tab. And it gets bad.
Well, and I'm like a hybrid of the middle, because I'm like, I'll start tabbing things, but I won't quite know. I'm like, this is a tab, but this is a different tab. And I'm not quite sure what the system of the tab is yet. I just know they feel different. And I'm going to say this feeling is a different color. This feels blue. This feels pink.
Yes,
I'll figure out what
yes.
that feeling is, and we'll go back and say it later. People who have the foresight,
Absolutely.
I'm like, you are a wizard.
I know
Also-
some people will tab a book as they read and then go back and do like put the tab in a certain spot, underline and highlight with a ruler and a highlighter, whereas while they were reading they might have used a pencil.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch Katie Coulson on YouTube, but Kaylee, she's literally you. She's obsessed with Bunny and Mayfly. If you watched her, you would be like, oh, this is me. So
I'm like looking her up right now.
Yeah, KD Coulson. She did a video where she annotated like that, and she will get them to line up on the sides to where it's I think Kinsey would like that, to where every tab is like this.
Oh my god, she's adorable.
She's amazing. Get into it. She did a video.
Wait, is she the one who dragged? Wait, is she the one who dragged Verity? Is she the one that I watched?
No.
Oh, okay, I was like, there was one girl who it almost looked like she was doing it in her kitchen, and I was like, is that this girl?
No, that's Alizi, and I do love me some Alizi, but
Okay.
Katie Coulson is just so funny and has a similar vibe to you.
I already know that I love her because one of the first ones that I see is Grady Hendrix reading vlog, aka the king of comedic horror.
Yes.
And I was like,
girl, get into it, binge all her videos. I feel like you will feel seen. I watch her stuff and it's amazing, stunning, fabulous, inventive, etc., etc.
Also, I'm about ready to start Focus, but I'm gonna call Kaylee out. What do you mean? Keep it more focused. We're talking about relevant things to the reading sprint and books. Give me your feedback. What do you mean?
Focus. Let's get the focus going.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know if I'm really gonna read. I might just watch YouTube while I'm doing this, even though I actually need to film some clips. So I'm gonna turn my camera off for this sprint, but I'll be back when we check in.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Whee! I got a lot done. I'm honestly wanting to take a nap. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna watch my video. I'm watching BookTube till they get back. Oh, well, I guess I'm not gonna watch my video.
I was finishing my chapter. I was like, well, not my chapter. I was finishing my paragraph. I was like, ah.
Gotcha. I know that's the thing with reading sprints is you gotta like.
I know it like went, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. How far are you in now?
I am almost done with chapter 12.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm almost done with chapter 12.
Yeah, I got some editing done. I filmed the clips for my rest of my thing. So now for the next sprint, I'm gonna have to actually do reading.
Yeah.
Actually need to do some reading.
Because I kind of missed it. Have you started this one yet?
I'll get
I'm
my
so
hold next week.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll be ahead of me as usual.
My thing is, I'm always scared that I'm not like, for example, last month it was such a thin book that I was like, oh, I'll finish it in no time. And then I literally was butting right up against the meeting. So I'm like, I'm always scared that if I don't start it as soon as possible, I'm not gonna finish it. Like
How long
I'm
is
always
the audio?
scared. Oh wait, hold on. I should probably flip it back to
Oh shit! I just saw it. 13 hours. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big
Hold on,
boy.
I need to put it back in I realize it's gonna be echoing. Hold on.
Oh, you're good. It sounds fine to me.
Let me put it. Speaker needs to be.
Yeah, I put a hold on Your Shadow Half Remains because that one looks like it's might win next month.
Yeah.
And it's several months wait.
Oh no.
I know. I might let me see. But sometimes it says that and they'll get more copies and it'll be available sooner.
That's true.
So
That is true.
You never really know with your library holds.
That is true. I will say Sunny Moraine does a wonderful job. I had the pleasure of getting to.
It's on Everand. Sorry.
It is on Everand. Yay!
It says it'll be available on April 13th for me.
Oh,
but
good.
Yeah, Scrib sometimes it says it'll be available because you've reached your hours for the month, and I have been using Scrib crazy this month. I read Chlorine on there. That's why I'm probably reaching my hours.
Yeah, I did oh, that's so cute. I did the House in the Cerulean Sea.
Cute.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, after I finish these like coming of age girlhood rage books, I'm gonna read some I'm gonna do Emily Wilde, Encyclopedia Fairies. Like I need some lighthearted coziness, some fantasy.
That was me. I felt like I had just done so much I had just been reading so many of these books that were just dark horror, dark horror, dark horror, dark horror. Like, I needed to come up for air, especially because, like,
It's like part of being a
things,
mood reader.
yeah. And, like, you know, when, like, home, like, when your home front is dark and the books you're reading are dark, you're like, I just need a light. Can somebody give me a light? I need a light. A light
Girl,
anywhere.
the
A
amount
light
of cozy
anywhere would do.
mysteries that I read last month. I just need like Jessica Fletcher, kooky characters, small town. I don't like there's no
Yeah.
scaries. There's no
And I'm
scaries.
like, the amount of just like, the amount of, yeah,
We
I
should do a
really,
longer sprint. Because 25 minutes is kind of short.
uh,
I don't know.
I think it, well, I'm cool with doing a bit of a longer sprint. I'm surprised. I'm surprised she did the 5 minute. I don't know why she always does the 5 minute. It needs to be the 10
I think
minute.
it does it automatically. Focus is, I think, preset with.
Ah,
Wait, was that you?
no.
Oh, Kenzie's here. I thought she left.
I know. I'm like, why isn't she on?
Gosh, kids, love you. Yeah, I think the Pomodoro method is set up automatically for like studying or something.
No,
It
I'm
is.
just putting something together real quick, and I don't want people to see my angry face that the thing that I have is not working. So I'm listening to you guys.
Relatable.
I'm still here. I'm just dealing with a clock. So hold on.
You're good. You're good. But yeah. So that audiobook is on Scribd, so that's good because that means this month's book is on there as an ebook, next month's on there as an audio. I mean, it looks like it's gonna win. It hasn't closed. The voting hasn't closed yet.
I was legit a little. I was a little shook that had as many votes as it did. I was trying so hard to like when I was talking to Ken's and being like, "Hey, how are we gonna? What do you want to?" Because the theme, like when was it you who said who suggested the theme be mayhem?
Oh
You were like
yeah,
mayhem,
mayhem.
May,
Because we
and I was
wanted shorter books.
yeah, and I was like, how do you brand it? How do I brand it? And I was like, oh, whole lot of chaos, itty bitty space, right? Like,
Yes.
let's go for that, right? So I was trying to find these different themes, and I was like, okay, your shadow half remains. I had the pleasure of getting to arc read that. That was because I know in May, Laura and I are going to be super busy. So already I knew it was going to be like a thinny month. I knew we needed it to be a thinny month. Like we needed a whole lot of bang, whole little like whole little space. Something we could do.
Honestly, with your shadow half remains, I had seen the arcs and like people hyping this up a lot. So I was not as surprised that it won. Or might win. Might be Mayhem's book pick.
There's still a lot of time. Who knows? I mean,
It happens. It's happened before.
Well, and I was talking to another Sydney who's in the group. I was talking to her earlier because she was talking about the picks. Her and I were talking about them. She was very excited about the different selections, and she had mentioned that she read Upright Women Wanted.
Yes.
She had read that too. She read it last year, and I was telling her that when we look at picks, what we try to do, and like what I keep in mind is, so I try to pick them is like when I'm looking at different picks. So we're not doing like just like all three just came out, like all three new releases. I try to kind of think of like one is a new release, right? One's a new release, one is newer but not unattainable, right? And then
Yes.
one is a backlist. One is a backlist. Like, it's still great, it's still good. You may have read it, you might not have. It might be unheard of, but it's good. Like, we're gonna enjoy it.
I feel like
its
everybody has
flowers.
heard of these. Like these are books that someone within your bookish community has talked about it, or maybe even you've read it and you want to discuss it. And that's another good thing about these picks.
And I know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
when you had asked, you were like, I don't care, I just want it to be queer. And I was like, say less, we can make it happen.
Queer.
I was like, you know what?
Especially
You
in
want queer? We
June.
got queer. June.
We'll get there.
I'm so excited for June. June is gonna be fun. June will be fun. I know we already have. I'm a little sad. I'm happy sad. I'm happy sad because the theme we have for June is going to be so much fun. But I think July, because we vote for the next, like, this is like for the folks at home, because we vote during that month for the following month, right? And so
Yeah.
July, especially because you and I, our birthday is at the end of June. So, like, really, although our birthday is in June, we're really setting up for July.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm really excited for our July picks, because July is going to be what you and I are setting up for in June. Because June is what everybody's going to be voting for.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
July.
yeah.
You know, so that's what I have. That's what's going to be.
Oh, I'm
very excited. I'm very excited, especially because there's a lot going to be coming out and going on.
Yes, some of the new releases
There
that are going to
are.
be coming out.
There are, and we haven't discussed it or anything, but I'm gonna message our group chat and see if you guys would be interested in doing something before we make a commitment, because I want to honor your birthday and your requests.
The day of birth.
The day of birth.
The birthing season of the crab. Okay, before our long break is over, let's go ahead. Wait, what's that?
What's that?
Dinosaur bookmark.
Oh, are you using a bookmark, Jeff? This is
No.
going to be a bookmark show off.
I don't have
This
one.
is a great segue.
I don't even have my books right now. I'm in bed.
I love you.
The third oldest bookmark that I have, and I was actually looking for something to pull my bangs back, and I actually found it, and I've been looking for it, and I forgot I had it in my desk drawer. I'm gonna put it with my other bookmarks now in the coffin on my vampire shelf. But I was like, you know what? I found him. I'm just gonna show you guys real quick. He's an Apatosaurus. I got him at the dinosaur store in Florida. So
I
yeah.
have been known to use a hair tie as a bookmark, so
I've used printer receipts. The last time I read Paper Towns was in 2015.
Oh yeah, I love a receipt.
I've been a chaotic. I've used leaves. I've used straw wrappers. I'm a chaotic. Anything can be a bookmark person if you try hard enough.
The whole world is my bookmark.
Yes. My bookmark that I'm using currently, I just got them. I'm very excited. Val Radiohead. She's a local Houston girly who goes to Murder by the Book, and we are new friendos on Instagram. She just opened an Etsy shop, and I'm super proud of her, and I love her very much. She just started making little bookmarks. They're little magnetic bookmarks.
I love that.
I love her. She's so cool. Val Radiohead. She just did these. They're like super shiny and glittery. This is the one I'm using in my copy of Dead Silence right now, but
You'll
putting
also
this
see
on the
photos
card.
of this probably in our stories later because they are super, super cute. And this live stream does not do them justice.
They don't. It doesn't. I haven't even gotten to take pictures of them yet, but her shop on Etsy is Mark Your Thrill. I'm so excited. They're like super cute and they're super glittery and shiny. And the little ghosties.
Also, before we go into the next sprint, let's
Yes.
plug Spoiler Soup real quick, and then we
Yes.
can get into it.
So, April 30th, on April 30th, a week after First Light's release, a week after the release of First Light, we will be having our release of Spoiler Soup, which is a lovely little chat with we did with Liz Karen of Night's Edge and First Light, where we had a full-on spoiler conversation of everything that happens in all of her world of Mia's universe for Night's Edge, First Light, the two little short stories she did in between the two as well. So there's two characters, her mom and then another character that pops up. And the stories between that. And it is a wonderful romp. It is a lot of fun, lots of flavor, delicious. We encourage you guys to join us. We will be posting that on the 30th. So that gives you guys a week for those of you who are absolute book eaters and devourers and gremlins. Those of you who have been fortunate enough to already read it. Some of you have. I know Anna reads. She watches these and participates with us. She has Tony. Oh my God, I said Tony. I just completely blanked on her. Tiffany Conlibros. She's wonderful. She joins us. We will have that for y'all on the 30th. And hopefully, if you guys enjoy that, we will have some more in the future. I know the lovely S.A. Barnes, and I keep forgetting I have my my bookmate at the front. The lovely S.A. Barnes with Dead Silence yesterday had her second science fiction space horror baby drop, Ghost Station. And I would, if this is something y'all would love and enjoy, I would be more than happy to be the extroverted baby to reach out to her. If this is something you guys enjoy, to have more spoiler soup. So, if this is a book you guys like, if spoiler soup is something you guys enjoy, please let us know. And that'll be on the 30th. So
Absolutely.
And we will be
Can't wait.
posting the graphic with details for that today after the sprint.
Perfect. Perfect.
Are we good to read again?
Alrighty, yeah, let's sprint it up.
All right, I'm going to start the timer, guys.
All right. I got a lot of reading done. Making my way through this YA book that I'm reading that actually kind of reminds me of like First Light. Is that the or Night's Edge? Not First Light, because I haven't read that yet.
Mm-hmm.
But it like reminds me of Night's Edge, just like YA.
Yeah.
Because it's a daughter and her mom and domestic violence, magic. This is witch kind of stuff, drugs.
What are you reading?
It's called Bad Witch Burning.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think like a YA tonal match to Night's Edge.
I like how vaguely sounds like practical magic. Extremely vaguely.
You know what? She raises bodies from the dead.
Speaking of, like, practical magic vibes, you know what released yesterday that has you written all over it, Jess?
I don't know what.
The new Lindy Ryan book. Bless Your Heart.
Yes, I know. Whenever we were talking about how many vampire books we've read.
Oh no! We lost you! Jess!
What happened?
We lost Jess to the void!
To the void. The bird was hungry. Took her as a breadcrumb.
We lost Jess.
I'm hoping she'll just come back and it's just like a satellite issue or something.
I know, like, when will our Jess return from the war?
I don't know. I think she's going to try and hop back in.
Okay.
I'm giving her a second.
Jess best for fest, banana nana for best, B5 for fest. Jess! That didn't work.
It did. You just if you sing it like Jessica Lange, it works. If you like I've had to come to terms with this myself with different names. Jess and it works. But when you're just like Jess, it's just it sounds weird. You know what I mean?
I only have the PBS Kids extra vibes. My sis FaceTimed and it disconnected. I'll join back. Love it.
Feel that. I am towards the end of chapter 2.
Yay! I'm on
I
page.
am
What?
having an extremely hard time getting into it for some reason. My head is just not focusing.
It's really good. It's really good. It's I'm laughing because I feel like I need to make like I feel like I need to do a post for this where it's like video games and chill, like the vibes. Oh, I am gonna have to. I'm not gonna be able to do the next set of sprint because I have to hop off and do some mental health.
That's fine. If we're still on, do you want to come back later?
If y'all are still doing it, maybe, but I know that I will be mental healthing for an hour.
Yeah, I kind of figured it would be about an hour. Now that's stuck in my head. Thanks.
You're welcome. Is she in backstage yet?
No, I keep watching.
like super excited. I'm a cookie. No, it gets really good. I will say this book is like,
I don't doubt that it'll get good. I just think I have a particular dislike of books that start with like the aftermath of something for some reason.
it's only
Jarring for
like,
me.
it's not even very, it's not, it is,
It just like takes a second for my head to like wrap around, I guess.
it is only 2 pages.
No,
You're in the
I'm
before.
aware. I know.
You're in the,
I'm just saying it kind of threw my head for a loop for a few minutes, and so trying to get into it, it just took a little longer. And every time that I have this particular issue, it's like that, a book like that. You know what I mean? Sup, Jess? Welcome back. I just really like the fact that the front of the book says unspeakable horrors. That is my favorite part of the cover art, oddly enough.
this book is like every video game I have ever truly loved.
Yeah.
In my adult life, I will say.
Yeah,
It is-
I was picking up on those vibes. I was like, this makes a lot of sense.
It is such a vibe. I love it so much. It serves Dead Space. It serves Dead Space. It serves BioShock, but not in the ways you think.
It serves the conceptualization of Judas, which is made by Ken Levine.
What?
It's in development, and it was announced
I
recently.
mean, those are words.
Huh?
I was like, those are words, and I understood English.
Yes. So Judas is a spiritual successor to BioShock. Like BioShock was a spiritual successor to System Shock. It's made by Ken Levine, but like from what I have heard so far of Dead Silence, it sounds very similar to the basic plot premise of Judas.
I don't know anything about Judas, so I can't speak to it.
No, it's okay. Like they just released the plot like last week.
Okay, well,
yeah.
What I can speak to and what I've read in about 140 pages, is I can speak to that it gives Dead Space. It gives aesthetically, it gives like Prey. It gives the like seek and find of BioShock, but not the aesthetic of BioShock, which is nice. It's
I feel like if I played System Shock, it would be very similar to like the setting of System Shock, not the story. You know what I mean? Because it takes place on a spaceship.
I mean, I definitely think
because Seek and Find of BioShock, but aesthetic of System Shock is what I'm saying.
I mean, I definitely think you should read it because there's like a lot, and I'm trying like I can't really talk to things without talking about things. I'm trying to talk around things, so I'm not spoiling things.
It's fine.
Because I want to talk about stuff so bad. I want to talk about stuff so bad. And I'm like,
oh, I know. You're the reason why my TBR is like chunky right now. Like, thanks.
I'm not sorry. Not sorry.
And I do have it already borrowed. So don't
I'm not going to say
say
it.
anything anymore. Otherwise I won't get to it. Okay.
The only reason I say it is because I know how we have been over the last few days. We're going next week, and it is absolute perfection of what we need.
If I get to it, I'll get to it. But I have to prioritize per your case. So
I mean,
it's more of like if I can't focus physically reading, I'm just going to put it on.
Yeah.
Because that's where I've been at for the past week and a half. I just haven't been able to focus physically reading at all. So I was finishing Song of Achilles, and I already had it borrowed because they came in on the same day, and I prioritized Song of Achilles because of the wait list.
I get you.
Which I already told you. So.
Well, and reading should always make you happy. That is the first of what I say, and that is what I say always. Reading should always make you happy. If it doesn't bring you joy, then you should read what brings you joy.
Exactly. And I've just been tired. I've just been tired. It's not anything like, oh, it's a DNF. No, I've just been tired.
Yeah. Well, that's like there's books that I've loved, and I know full well it's not the book, it's me. Like, what was it? Like Sundial. I know it's not Sundial. I know it's me. There was this will always, I feel bad. I feel so bad about this, but I know it's me. I know it's me. Frostbite. I still have not finished Frostbite. And I know it's me. It is
but
not.
the audiobook just came out for Frostbite.
Did it?
In March.
I know she
Angela
I know she said that there was like a possibility of it, but I know there wasn't like a concrete thing. So if there ever becomes an audiobook of Frostbite, your girl will like devour that.
Let me check Libby before you go and do mental health.
I was like, but I have to go.
I know. Worst case scenario, I text you. Is it 2 words? Am I dumb?
I'm
gonna be dumb.
I mean, I can just look it up. I'm not too concerned.
Apparently, Libby only has the digital copy, not audiobook yet. So go.
I don't think that there's an audiobook for it yet.
Go do your mental health. Yeah. I'm gonna kick you out.
I will see y'all later.
Let me know if you come back and we're still on, so I know if I need to let you in.
All right. Y'all have fun. Enjoy the sprint.
All right. I'm gonna hit play on the timer, and I'm gonna continue to listen for at least 25 more minutes. Put back on the rain sounds. And
Oh man.
How's your book going?
It's good. I have about 2 hours left in the audiobook.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah. I've been working on this one for a while. It's an 11-hour book, so it's kind of long.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's kind of average, a little bit above average, but yeah, it's pretty good. I'm having a good time with it.
I just got to chapter 3 of Dead Silence, and I'm like 12 and a half hours left.
Ah, how's the audiobook going for you?
It's going well. I'm just like not in the best headspace right now, so I have a little hard time trying to like latch onto the story, but the story is really good. My focus is just going in and out, unfortunately.
Yeah, and especially since this one, Dead Silence, is sci-fi horror, so it's got like
Mhm.
an extra element because sci-fi is an intimidating genre for me.
See, I'm very used to sci-fi, like watching it, reading it. I think this is like one of the first real sci-fi books that I have read.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I have other books that are like double genres, but like this one's pretty much
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I'm excited because I haven't read any sci-fi. I've heard a lot of people like Hail Mary by Andy
Mm.
Weir, and I don't know, I'm excited. Sci-fi. Well, I'm not even used to really watching it. I have watched some sci-fi, I think, but
Mm.
yeah, for reading it, I haven't at all.
Like thinking of what's on my bookshelf, I'm like, what? I mean, I have War of the Worlds and H.G. Wells and stuff like that, but I haven't read them yet. Not for lack of effort, not for lack of trying. Um, I mean, Frostbite technically, straight Chuck Tingle, definitely sci-fi. But like the rest is pretty much just horror or fantasy.
Yeah.
So it's taking me a minute because even my Night Vale, I have the books because I wanted to support the authors and everyone involved with Night Vale and the illustrations that come in the books for Night Vale. But they're script books of the podcast episodes, so I've listened to them, and the It Devours and Welcome to Night Vale, at the very least, are voiced by the cast. So
Oh.
audiobooking those.
Yeah.
And it takes me a second to switch gears between genres. And I told Kaylee when she was still here, she had to go do her mental health. Um, I think I'm just learning that I don't like road trip books, and I don't like it when it opens with like the aftermath of what happened.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it just takes a second for my brain to like switch gears when it happens like that because I'm like ready to get invested in the story and what's going on. And then when you open up with this is the aftermath, it just takes my head a second to like, okay, we're not in the actual story yet. It gets a little confused, and that's just a me thing. That's a personal problem because every time we've had a book open like that, I was like, I'm struggling to get into it because I don't know what's going on. Um,
That makes sense though. Like totally valid.
so I'm learning things about myself with our book choices.
I love that.
I wish I could learn less and maybe struggle less. Because so far I'm just finding out what I have difficulty with, not really what I enjoy, which is weird. Or maybe I'm just focusing on the difficulties. I don't know. to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good to know what you don't like because then it's easier to, like, for us to recommend books because, like some people don't like books about like celebrities, like the Daisy Jones books, or whatever, like that type of narrative or whatever.
See, Grady Hendrix, we love Grady Hendrix, right? However, I struggled really, really hard getting through We Sold Our Souls
It's a road
because
book.
it's a road trip book. It's celebrity. And I just also at the time my husband broke his knee, so I was just like really psychologically not together. And I remember telling Kaylee, I'm like, I don't hate it. I love Grady, but this is my least favorite book by him. And I wonder if I read it this year, if that opinion would change, or if I listened to the audiobook, if that opinion would change now that I'm in a little bit better of a headspace, but I don't think I would be doing it until like late May.
Yeah, give it some time.
Well, yes, but also like I'm going on a trip home this Saturday to about the 15th of May. I'm going to be in town for a month. And so I don't think I'll calm down enough to look at a book until late May, like the last week of May, because that's just who I am. I just get really, really stressed out, and then I need time to like calm down, and then I can like focus. Because last month I quit my job, and it took me a second to switch gears into reading mode because of all the stress. So I'm just like,
so you could go to Kaylee's and be on the live stream together. What?
Yep, it'll be really, really weird, and then people will really understand that we sound and look alike, and it'll be very weird.
I think it'll be perfect.
I am bringing my laptop, so I don't know if we're gonna want to be in the same room or if we want to be in separate rooms or house or what have you. It really depends on what's going on at the time. But also, I think it's gonna be really, really fun, and I'm really excited because then I can be like really annoying in person to Kaylee and show her like, "Hey, do we want to do this on the Canva?" Versus having to like send her a link. I could just shove my laptop in her face. I'm like, "Does this look good?"
Oh my god, yes.
I'm so excited to politely annoy her in person. I'm excited for the trip. I really am. I'm just kind of no energy at all right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, honestly, I want to take a nap.
I mean, Kaylee is still in mental health right now. That sounds so weird to say. And I kind of want to like go lay down or something. I don't know. I think I just need to go do something else for a little bit before I try to like listen to any more of either Dead Silence or Song of Achilles. I'm just not ready to listen to a book at the moment.
Yeah. I might switch to YouTube, watching some YouTube.
Yeah, I just there's something with me today that I'm like, I can't. It's not that I don't want to, I just can't focus.
I feel you. I got those days too.
And it's been like this for about a week and a half, so I'm just kind of like, we'll get there, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't finished
last night. I felt a little better.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I need to like figure out if I'm just stressed.
Yeah, just honestly, this is so random, but I wanted to like take a bath because I'm a shower girl. And I was watching a Trixie video, and she was like, I need to go take a bath and like reflect on my life and like my life decisions. And I was like, That sounds like a good idea, actually.
Yep.
Like I think I need a bath because even though I'm a shower girly, every once in a while, a good hot bath with my
It's like a
kids.
nice reset, you know?
Yes.
I have a habit of bringing my Kindle or a physical book with me to the bath,
Me too.
and then I'll be in there for over an hour just reading, and my husband's like, "Why did you keep turning the water on and off?" Because you can
You
hear
have
it in the pipes in our house
Oh yeah.
so incredibly loud. It's annoying.
You
If
gotta keep
I
the water back
had
up.
the ability to fix that, I would. But he's like, "What were you doing?" I'm like, "I was reading in the bath." And he's like,
Yeah. You got to. That's why I got the Kindle
Mhm,
Paperwhite because I was gonna get like the cheaper version,
mhm.
but it's waterproof. The Paperwhite is waterproof,
That's
and
nice.
so I was like, I'm gonna be a bath reader sometimes, like
Hmm.
once a month.
Yeah. I try not to do physical books in the bath, mostly because of the humidity, not so much really water, because I'm not like a messy bath person, except when Xavier won't leave me alone, my cat, well, my husband's cat. Um, he has separation anxiety. Xena just has regular anxiety, but he will like paw at the door or meow or just yell to be let in. So the only time I really don't do that and just read on my Kindle is if he's gonna be in there, because then he'll also get, like, on the ledge of the bath, and I'm just like, "Look, if you're gonna accidentally fall in, at least I'm prepared not to ruin a book." Um, and I never have the bathwater too hot just in case, because I don't want him to, like, get interested and then scald himself by being stupid. Um, Luckily, he hasn't fell in yet, because normally I can catch him before that and go like, "Hey, baby, no, you can't do this. I know you wanna be warm, but here, I will put a towel over the grate so you can get the warmth, but you're not gonna be wet." Um, and of course, cats don't understand, so
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I guess are you ready to wrap it up? Because I'm probably gonna do
yeah,
YouTube.
because I mean, other than Spoiler Soup being posted later today, I don't really think we have anything else to say.
Yeah, I'm excited. We did 2.5 hours, and I got
Mhm.
pretty far into my book. I'll probably finish it up this evening.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm
I am definitely glad I'm doing an audiobook version of this, because I'm looking at how long these chapters are, and I'm like, I think if I were reading this, I would not be making progress.
yeah, especially with a sci-fi element like that. I'm
Mhm.
uh whenever I get the book, I'll probably like do chunks. Like, okay, I'm gonna read like 4 hours this day, blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
Um, so then we can discuss it at the end of the month.
I'm really excited for discussion. I think I'm really just excited because we're doing Mars Attacks and Ghost Ship for movie night, and I think I'll have a lot more to talk about once we get past movie night on the 20th.
Yeah.
Because I'm only on chapter 3, like, I just hit chapter 3. So, I'm just really excited to, like, nerd out and talk about that and compare it.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Um,
Righty.
Follow the Instagram if you don't. That's where we put most of our
Yeah. Follow
information.
Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and get notified for the lives. And yeah, we'll see y'all at movie night.
Yep. Which I believe we are starting movie night at 7 on the 20th, I think.
Because it's a double feature.
Maybe. If we start it earlier, I'll probably open the live earlier. But if there's any, like, time constraints or whatever, I'll probably make a post about it or something.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we'll
too
take
worried.
movie night. You can come and go.
Yeah. If you don't wanna be here for one, you can stay for the other, or if you're here for both, that's
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to you later. Bye.